Assalamualaikum, my name is Arif Daniel. This is our project summary. Our project summary, which is the tax calculation system, is designed to automate and simplify tax calculation for individuals. It ensures accurate income tax computation in compliance with established policy. The system features a user-friendly interface, personalized tax recommendation, and advanced technology like SAP and Microsoft Dynamics 365 for faster and more accurate calculation compared to other systems. Beyond calculation accuracy, it supports efficient tax planning and compliance management, helping users navigate complex tax law. By enhancing tax understanding and streamlining the process, the system contributes to building a robust tax structure for the nation's social and economic progress.
Now, let's take a look at the objective of tax calculator. First is to compute income tax accurately based on Malaysia's progressive tax rates for an individuals. Second is to ensure that the tax calculator is up to date with the latest income tax rates and policies based on Lembaga Hasil Dalam Negeri Malaysia (LHDN). Third is to provide simple, easy to use and uncomplicated interface that can be used by the users at all ages through data entry and result. Fourth is to display the amount of income tax immediately after all required information has been entered by the user. Fifth is to offer error handling features to guarantee accurate input and prevent computation errors. And lastly, to display the highest and lowest annual tax payments among the users.
Now we are going to explain our source code for tax calculator to calculate total tax for a year. So we are using #include_string to allow C++ program to use the standard library string class. So in the body of the source code, we are declaring array size and I using integer. Age, child above 18, child below 18, and income rebate also using integer. Gender, marital status, zakat, have child 18, and education level using chunk. Salary, zakat amount, zakat rebate, income tax, child relief 18, medic parents, relief parents, medic expenses, relief expenses, EPF, relief EPF, insurance, relief insurance, PRS, relief PRS, SSPN, relief SSPN, SOXO, relief SOXO, lifestyle, relief lifestyle, sport, relief sport, PF, relief DF, vehicle, and relief vehicle using double. In this code, the first thing that it's going to ask is enter an array size. So the user will enter the array size. We are declaring an array name with a size array size using string, and also name array size highest and lowest using string. We also declare total max array size, max tax and low tax using double. So and then we are using cin.ignore because we want to clear the input buffer. So we will enter user information using array. For int I equals 0, I less than array size that the user has input, and I plus plus. So first user will input their name and then their age, gender and salary, and then we will put again cin.ignore to clear the input buffer. After the user has input their salary, we will determine the income tax. As you can see, these are the condition for each salary that the user has. So for example, if the user salary is less than equal 5,000, the income tax will be 0. After determining the income tax, we will determine the rebate for the user income. So if the salary is less than 35,000, the user will receive an income rebate for 400. Else, the user will not receive any income rebate. So after income rebate, program will ask, will you pay any zakat? So the user need to input either Y or N. So if the user input a capital letter Y or a small letter Y, the program will ask again to enter the amount of zakat that the user has paid. So the zakat rebate that the user will receive is equal to the zakat amount. Else, if the user input the letter N, the user will not receive any zakat rebate. Next, we are going to determine the tax relief for children. So the user will be asked to enter the status either married M or single S. So if the user input a capital letter M or small letter M, user will be asked, do you have any children above 18 and do you have any children below 18? If they have, the child relief will be 2,000. Else the child relief will be 0. If user has any children above 18, the user need to input the education level for the child. So if the education level is matriculation or A level, they will receive a child relief equal to 2,000. Else, if the education level is degree, diploma, PhD or master, it will receive 8,000. Next is a tax relief medical. So user need to input the medical expenses for their parents. So if the amount of expenses is less than equal 8,000, the relief that they will get is equal to the amount of medical expenses. Else, if the amount of medical expenses is more than 8,000, the relief parents will be equal to 8,000. And then they also need to enter the medical expenses for yourself, spouse and children. So if medical expenses is less than equal 10,000, the relief expenses is equal to the amount of medical expenses. Next, the program will ask the provident fund contribution to EPF. So the user need to input the fund contribution to EPF. If the amount of fund is less than equal 4,000, the relief they will get is equal to the amount of fund contribution to EPF. Else, the relief EPF is equal to 4,000.
Okay, now it's life insurance. This is for prom user to enter value for life insurance. If the value of life insurance is less or equal to 3,000, then the relief insurance is equal to value of insurance that user entered. Or if it's exceed 3,000, then relief insurance is equal to 3,000. And then For contribution to PRS, user need to enter the value of contribution to PRS, then the value saved under variable name PRS. And if value of PRS is equal or less than 3,000, then relief PRS is equal to the value of PRS that user entered. If it's exceed 3,000, then relief PRS is equal to 3,000. And then deposit under SSPN. User need to input the value deposit under SSPN. If the value is less than equal to 8,000, then relief SSPN is equal to SSPN, the value of SSPN that user entered. If it exceeds 8,000, then relief SSPN is equal to 8,000. Next is contribution to SOCSO. User need to enter the value of contribution to SOCSO, and then it saved under variable name SOCSO. If the value of SOCSO is less than equals to 350 ringgit, then relief SOCSO is equals to the value of SOCSO that user input. If it exceeds 350 ringgit, then relief SOCSO is equals to 350 ringgit. And that is lifestyle. User need to enter lifestyle expenses such as publication, gadget, internet subscription, and others. Then it saved under variable name lifestyle. Then if the value of lifestyle is less than equals to 2,005 ringgit, then relief for lifestyle is equal to the value of lifestyle that user input. If it exceeds 2,005 ringgit, then the relief for lifestyle is 2,500 ringgit.
Okay, for the next part, for the line 180, you need to enter your sport expand. For the next, you need to enter your breastfeeding equipment expand. For the next one, you need to enter your vehicle expand. For the line 210, the system will calculate the total tax. For the line 215, this is where the loop ends. For the line 218, this is where the system will determine who has the highest total tax. For the line 230, this is where the system will determine who has the lowest total tax. So this is where the coding will end. Thank you.
And now we are going to test the program by putting a sample of output. So the first thing is we're going to enter the number of RSI. So let's say we put 2, and then we enter the name, age, gender, and salary for year. Asking the user if they pay any zakat, enter the amount of zakat that they paid, enter the marital status, enter number of child above 18 and below 18, medical expenses for yourself, spouse, and children, fund contribution to EPF, life insurance, fund contribution to PRS, deposit under SSPN, fund contribution to SOCSO, lifestyle expenses, and then sport expenses, and then breastfeeding equipment expenses, vehicle expenses. Next, the program will calculate the total tax for the user, and then it will repeat the same thing again for the second user. And then after the second user has entered all of their information and the expenses, it will compare who has the highest total. Now we can see that the amount of total for Hanani is 1,857 ringgit, meanwhile Yasmin is 212 ringgit. So based on the comparison made by the program, we can see that a person with the highest total tax is Hanani, and person with the lowest total tax is Yasmin. That's all from us. Thank you.